Good morning and welcome to another exciting episode of Old Fiddle's New Life. This is the mouse Chew Violin. As I mentioned in an earlier video, I had already determined this is going to have to go to the dumpster. It's just, beyond hope. And I was really quite determined that was going to be the outcome of it. I mean, after all, look at this. How can you fix that? I don't know. We'll see. I've got some wood drying right now, and I may make a try at it. It won't look like that, but I might be able to repair it to the point where this is still a usable violin. The only reason I'm considering it is I got to looking at the whole nature of this instrument. In the first place, it looks exceedingly old. It shows the signs of a lot of wear and tear. Unlike the other violin that I showed you about, I don't know what episode it was, that was definitely played as a fiddle, this was not. There's no indication here of residue of rosin buildup on the surface and turning black. Apparently, this was used as a violin, and the fingerboard is superb. Really nice ebony, nicely done, nicely fit to the neck. The scroll is pretty nice. Let me go ahead and take this off from here because we're going to be looking at other things besides just this. The top. I'm going to take it off into pieces like that. In the first place, when you look on the inside of this instrument, it shows all the signs of being really old. That it's been around a long time. It shows, a lot of good, careful work. It has nice linings. These are well done. It has decent corner blocks right here. In the lower bouts. Interestingly, it does not have upper corner blocks at all, which is kind of interesting because it did not hinder them from getting really nice sharp points. I'm going to turn this over like this. You can see what I'm talking about. I mean, that's really nice work where the points come out there. And when we get onto the back, I'm going to show you the yeah. It's early morning. It's like 6 o'clock. Anyway, the only problem with this instrument, besides the fact that it is exceedingly old and it's tinder dry, and I mean just dry beyond belief. What has happened over the years is that this tail block has cracked. I think they re-glued it. You can see it's cracked literally hang on. There we go. Cracked literally top to bottom. And I think they re-glued it, and they re-glued it too much inboard. In other words, into the back of the instrument. Right there. Because what's happened is it's picking up skirts. This is pushed out. When they push this in, this width has got to go someplace, and so what happens is it pushes outward, and it's the same on both sides. This one not as much, but it did. This side especially is quite bad, and so what I started last night, I went ahead and opened this up. I opened up a seam right here, and I came in, and it's already opened up all the way to underneath this side of the tail block. This tail block is ultimately going to have to come out, a new tail block be put in, and I'll put a new one in. But anyway, I've got to do the same on this side. I've got to open this up and ultimately let go of this tail block so that I'll just keep everything in place until right at the very last when I have to replace a tail block. In the meantime, the thing that made me start this whole process, well, number one, the purfling on the back are just amazing, and they are on the front too, by the way. There we go. These points on the purfling just come just to needle point everywhere. I mean, they're beautifully done. And anyway, just really pretty remarkable. Get out here. Maybe it'll focus a little better. Yeah, really nice. And by the way, this shows a lot of wear. This is maple, and that is just genuine old wear right there on those corners. Same down here. But over the years, this center seam on the back has dried out and opened up. And one of the other reasons for replacing the tail block is that it's going to give me a chance to open the seam ever so gently. As a matter of fact, you can actually feel the seam. Open the seam ever so gently and work some nice fresh hot glue into it, and reclamp everything when the tail block goes in. So anyway, okay, now the thing that got me going on this instrument, and the only reason I considered even thinking about repairing, is right here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up or not. Let's see if we can get this. All right, let's get over here under the bright light. Okay, can you see that? That says 1711. Right there, 1711. And what happened was they start, okay, now you can get it right in that glow right there. They started writing May, M-A-Y, right there. And by the way, I don't know, I've never seen this on any other violin. They started writing it from the center out, and then decided, no, that's not going to work. So they turned around and they went ahead and did it, because it's, obviously if you're scribing like that with a sharp knife or something, a whole lot easier to do it from the outside when you get control. But anyway, that says 1711 right there. If that is an authentic date, and I have no reason to believe otherwise. I mean, there was no ticket in this, no tag to indicate who made it or what. It's interesting that somebody would have taken the time a long time ago, and this has been varnished over a second time. I don't think this is original varnish. It was varnished once, and then you can almost see it in the texture of the varnish there. Anyway, if it was indeed a 1711, Stradivari was still making violins in the early 1700s. I mean, and it was referred to as the golden age of violin making. This certainly is not fitting that nature. It is not of the golden age of violins. Time-wise, it is, but this is not a in any way, shape, or form a master violin. It's just exceedingly old, and it interests me when you have a violin that's marked May of 1711. Yeah, I'm kind of interested, and thinking about maybe it's worth doing. Any instrument that is indeed that old, it's been around a long time, and if it's repaired, it probably will have a really, really nice sound. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. We'll come back to this as we begin to make repairs. We'll do some more on this. This instrument has been around a long, long time, and it's had some pretty good care. These diamond patches are indication that somebody cared enough about it to really do a major patch up. This is not a sound post crack. This is over on the bass side, but they've done a big patch back here. I think this was done by two different people. These little diamonds show that somebody was pretty careful about what they were doing. Anyway, sad. It was really sad, and I looked for a top to see if I had one of my old violins that I could replace the top, because the rest of this instrument is pretty nice stuff. I mean, the curly maple in the sides and the back. At one time, this was a decent instrument, and it's really sad that it should come to this end. But I can't put any more work into this.